8. Question 10. One sunny day, Lynn decided to take a hike in the mountains. She left her house at 8 a.m., drove at a constant speed of 45 miles per hour, and arrived at the hiking trail at 10 a.m. After hiking for 3 hours, Lynn drove home at a constant speed of 60 miles per hour. Which of the following graphs best illustrates the distance between Lynn's car and her house over the course of the trip? And then you have 5 graphs. You need to pick out which one is the right one. So for those graphing questions, that you use a graph to describe how the distance change over time. This is sort of a physics question. When you learn physics, that's the first thing you'll be learning as well. One trick is you can look at a graph, try to match it, or match some key points to what's given in the question. And in the meantime, try to eliminate what is not correct. So to remove some distractions. So 2 things I want to make sure you keep in your mind. The first one is match key points. Match some key points to make it easy for you to remember or to determine which one is right. And then remove incorrect options along the way to reduce distractions. Let's see, what's the first key point you want to keep in your mind? You look at A, B, C, D, you'll find each of them is talking about, well, the car moved for 2 hours, and the car is not moving for 3 hours. And then the car is coming back. So Lynn's speed, or the car's speed, initially is 45 miles per hour, and she drove for 2 hours. So what is the distance here? Well, the distance between the hiking place and her home is 45 times 2 equal to 90 miles. That is what I'm saying. A key point you want to match with your graph, which means when you check A, B, C, D, E, this first point, right, or second point, because the first point is 8 a.m. you start, this point should be 90 on the y-axis. And if it's not 90, you can forget about it. So if you take a quick look, A is working, this point is 90. B is 45, so it doesn't work. C is 45, D is 120. And E is also 90. So very quickly, you only have 2 choices. You need to determine which one is correct. Now let's look at the second part. Well, they both take a break for 3 hours for the car. Now, Lynn is coming back. The distance is still 90, but her speed becomes 60 miles per hour. So the time to be back is going to be 90 divided by 60, which is 1.5 hours. So if you start at 1 p.m. to go back here, you only need to spend 1.5 hour, which means you need to end at 2:30 p.m. to be back. Then you just compare A and E. You'll find A is 3 p.m., so that's not correct. E is 2:30, so the answer is E. So one more time, 2 key points for this kind of graph question. Which graph describe the motion correctly? Match key points. And the second thing is remove incorrect answers along the way.